Country 94, CHSJ St. John, your source for local news.
It's 24 degrees at 5 o'clock. Good evening, I'm Sherry Ask, and this is CHSJ News. If elected to power next month, the Conservative Party is making a huge commitment to every utility ratepayer in the province, a 3-year rate freeze. Leader David Allworth says this will not affect the refurbishment at Point Lepreau, and there is no need to worry about a massive increase at the end of the 3 years.
MB Power will be profitable this year and in the next 3 years going out, and the additional profits above and beyond that is required for the rate fee freeze will go towards paying down that debt as well.
Allward adds the figures will add up when the party's energy policy is released tomorrow in Fredericton. To get a look at today's news conference, you can go to our website at country94.ca and click News. What about the deferral account set up for replacement electricity during the refit at Point Lepreau? Just one of the questions on the mind of the Energy Minister in response to a 3-year rate freeze. Jack Keir says he is cutting the feet out from under the Energy and Utilities Board by providing it with a mandate sheet of the party's objectives.
And if that's the case, Energy and Utility Board will see to that, especially after we strengthen the legislation for the Energy Utility Board and reintegrate MB Power back into one company. That would be more easily determined on whether moving forward.
Keir believed there would be something with a little more substance come out after two friends traveled around the province speaking with Tory candidates at public meetings. President of St. John Energy, Eric Marr, tells CHSJ News customers will appreciate the Conservatives' freezing rates for 3 years if it is feasible.
I think anybody would be happy to hear of a 3-year rate freeze. I mean, that just means that's one more bill that doesn't increase on you. However, with some thought, I would imagine you would expect that benefit will have to be made up in the longer term.
Marr adds there are always increasing costs, and MB Power will have to pay back its debt at some point. Green energy is now flowing from a landfill to homes for the first time in the province. The Crane Mountain landfill is using methane gas to fuel a generator that creates enough power for up to 800 homes. Mark McLeod is the general manager for the Fundy Region Solid Waste Commission and says projects like this have been growing in popularity over the last 4 or 5 years.
At the end of the day, for the commission, the exciting thing is we're probably one of the largest greenhouse gas reduction facilities in North America, because we have composting, which prevents the greenhouse gas. Plus, we have the landfill gas utilization system.
The project will get rid of 61,000 tons of greenhouse gas every year, which is the same as removing 11,000 vehicles from the road. On the topic of healthcare, expansion plans for the Loch Lomond Villa continue to move forward. Chief Executive Officer Cindy Donovan tells us if everything stays on schedule, residents should be able to move into their new home in February of 2012. After months of haggling, the province has come good on its promise for funding to upgrades to the Canada Games Stadium. A check for $1.4 million has been presented to Mayor Ivan Court, who tells CHSJ News renovations are close to being complete.
You're going to see the UNB Seawolves out there playing football very shortly. That's going to be their home field this year, so it's great. The artificial turf's in. If you go out there, people will be shocked by the beauty of that facility and so on.
Ottawa last year also put forward $1.4 million toward the project. No word yet on when the stadium will reopen for activity. According to Transport Canada statistics, airline passenger numbers across the country are up slightly for the first 6 months of the year. The stats compiled with the top 32 airports across the country indicate a 3.1% increase on average, ranging from 1.4% gain in domestic traffic to 6.8% gain in international numbers. The busiest province is British Columbia, which experienced the highest growth following the Olympic Games, with Nanaimo seeing the country's highest increase at 13.7%. St. John has seen a 1.7% increase and a 7% increase last month alone. And you might want to scratch these cities from your list of must-see places in the U.S. A leading pest control company has released a list of the 15 most bedbug-infested American cities, and New York, Philadelphia, and Detroit rank 1, 2, and 3. Bedbugs can be found in mattresses, furniture, and clothing. High-traffic areas such as hotels, airplanes, and cruise ships are especially prone to infestations. News isn't a 9-to-5 business, so if you see it happening, give us a call at 648-3000, or you can click News Tips at country94.ca. In CHSJ Sports, the Central Rough Riders preseason kickoff coming tomorrow and Thursday night at Shamrock Park starting at 6 o'clock. For more info, you can go to fundyminorfootball.com. In the majors, the Yankees are in Toronto to play the Jays, the Mariners visit the Red Sox at Fenway, and the A's visit the Indians. In the National League, the Cubs are in Washington, the Cards take on the Pirates, and the Marylands visit the New York Mets. News and sports are available all the time on our website at country94.ca. Click News. It's 5:05.
Country 94 CHSJ, your local weather source.
Clear skies tonight with a low of 10, increasing cloudiness tomorrow and a high of 22. There is rain on store for Thursday with a high of 21, but then the sun's coming back for Friday with some cloudy periods and a high of 21. It's 24 degrees at CHSJ St. John, your source for local news.